Slime Rancher 2, the highly anticipated sequel of Slime Rancher 1, and boy was it a letdown. The game is asking for an astonishing $42 Australian, which is an extra $14 than the first game. The extra $14 you're paying is essentially for a couple new slimes, a new art style, and that's practically it. I'm not too sure how the Steam reviews are so high. I guess they are all die-hard fans for the game, but I was looking at some of the negative reviews, and they were fans who really loved the first game, but were really disappointed by the fact that a couple hours into the game, they were presented with a couple new slimes, and that's it. Something I also noticed is that I always had a couple grand, where in the start of the last game I was always struggling for money, because there was always an actual use for it. But in Slime Rancher 2, all you can do with the money is buy plots, which there aren't any new ones, upgrades for your player, which again there aren't any new ones except a couple new mechanics which I'll get into in a second. And the last reason to have the money was to expand your ranch. So there really isn't any massive reason to have money in this game unless you want to expand. I want to say that I absolutely loved and adored the first game, because at the time it was the first ever take on the indie / simulation / adventure and action genres, and that's mainly why it was so popular. But everyone who is buying Slime Rancher 2 has most likely experienced the first game. The new game really doesn't present itself with anything new to make it worthwhile and fun like the first game did. So now onto some positive reviews about the game, which I will say there aren't many. Firstly, the new mechanic of grabbing resources I do love. I will say I didn't really like the way you got the resources in the last game. It just wasn't really fun, and you had to wait around real life minutes to actually get the resources. So the new way you get the resources, which is going around and physically grabbing them in the environment, is pretty appealing and fun, but this new mechanic can only carry the game so far. It starts to get a bit tedious and boring. Secondly, the new art style is really pleasing. The new vibrant colours you see wandering around the world really does make it more appealing. The new UI is really simple, but again, it can only carry the game so far. Thirdly, the new upgrades you can get, which aren't many at this stage, are the extra tank upgrade, which gives you an extra tank, and you can upgrade this twice for a grand total of 2 extra tanks, which I will say is pretty useful, which is a nice quality of life tweak that this game has, and the first game was lacking. But honestly, besides that, and I could be missing things because I only played the game for around 4 hours, there isn't much else this game offers that makes it different from the first. I don't really recommend buying the game while it's in its early access stage, and I'm sure the updates that are going to be coming out will hopefully improve the game. And if you want to see those updates, make sure you just subscribe, because I will be addressing those updates as they come out on this channel. So make sure you do subscribe for that, but I will see you guys in the next video.